Turning now to a look at your weekend forecast on this Saturday. I always get the sniffles. I was in Raleigh and I was like, we need to stop so I can get a Claritin because it's just that time. Do you get like bad allergies around this time?
Okay, I feel like everyone's going to be upset about this. Do not get allergies at all. And I grew up in Atlanta, and so of course I expected that I wouldn't when I moved here, but I remember talking to Brad about it when I first moved here, and he said, I mean, the Carolinas are a different beast, so probably develop some. And we're going on 3 years in August, still none.
Well, I'm happy for you though.
I'm sad for you that you suffer. And that's why we talk about pollen all the time, because of course it's such a big topic.
Yeah, well, you know what? Now that it's out there, I'm not suffering in silence.
That is true. Oh, goodness gracious. So today, speaking of pollen, the levels will be a little bit better because of the fact that yesterday was such widespread cloud cover and cooler temps, but we eventually will start to go back up as we enter into next week, which of course starts the first few days of May. Hard to believe April is almost over. So Boone, Concord, Monroe, Dallas, still some clouds around, but notice that big bright ball in the sky that we didn't see at all yesterday. The sun is finally back out. Now, really most of the last week have seen temperatures at or significantly below average in the 60s and 70s. The last time we were in the 80s was last Saturday, where we had that strong potent storm over York County. We're on our upward trend though. After today, we do eventually reach back to the 80s. Now let's talk quickly about the storms that we had yesterday for parts of Nebraska and into Iowa. Very unfortunate situation there with widespread tornadoes, multiple long track tornadoes too. Now, oftentimes we're talking about those storm systems, moving west to east, but in this case, it is not coming anywhere close to the Carolinas. And let's talk about why. In a normal situation, a rainfall pattern, you get a lot of abundant moisture coming in from the south, Gulf Stream, Gulf of Mexico, both of those systems. And then that storm track is right over the Carolinas, most of the East Coast. So we have rounds of showers and storms. It's also why we talk about March, April, and even early May being some of the windiest times of the year because of so many consistent storm systems. But what's happening right now is that high pressure is a little bit closer to us, and that clockwise rotation around it is actually sending storms up to the north and northeast. So that's why if you look at satellite and radar, you'll see those storms kind of ride right over that high pressure and are heading northward. So we're not concerned about that here in the Carolinas. Unfortunately, severe weather outbreak again expected across very similar pockets there of the Midwest, especially along and south of where they were yesterday. That's today and again heading into tomorrow before that severe system does finally dissipate across that area by Monday. Locally, our clouds pretty consistent this morning. They've started to break up now. We'll see a few more clouds building in this afternoon. It's not out of the question to see a few specks of drizzle, but the rain chance is so significantly low for today, it's not even worth putting in the 7-day forecast. We are dry and quiet heading into your Saturday evening, Sunday morning, and then Sunday afternoon really does look fantastic as we eventually reach the 80s once again. So 78 degrees today, mostly cloudy, but at times we'll see more sunshine than clouds. Tomorrow, though, partly to mostly sunny, that high temperature rebounding back to 81. And if you like the 80-degree temperatures, you'll see plenty of them over the next week. Today is the last Saturday of April, tomorrow the last Sunday. Notice where we are on Monday. That was my pick of the week. This is because of sunshine, mid-80s, and drier air. It's kind of sandwiching us between more clouds, more humidity this weekend, and temps close to 90 by Wednesday and Thursday. So by Wednesday, Thursday, that'll be kind of our next big thing we'll be talking about, other than a few storms possible on Tuesday. Could be our first 90-degree day of the year so far. So lots of warmth on the way for the first few days of May.